Welcome back. I'm so glad you've decided to join us for Chapter 2. And let's get into the nuts and bolts of this program. The holding account. What is the holding account? The holding account's job is to catch all of your income streams. All of them. And then as we set it up, it's going to automatically disperse those into your other accounts that we're going to talk about later. Remember the word automatic. That's key. Now, if that makes you a little queasy, having the money move automatically, please don't worry. I've been doing this for years. I've never had my bank make one mistake. I've made a couple, but I've never had the software at my bank even make one mistake. Now, some of you may be saying to yourself, you're saying I'm going to hold money in my holding account to the first of the month, every month? I can't do that. The second I get paid, I've got to put my money to work. That's okay. We're going to work up to that. Now, I want you to work up to it quickly because there's so much magic in having that transfer happen one time a month into your other accounts, where your whole month, you can see one picture of it. You bring one amount into your other accounts one time. It's huge, but it does not have to be. So let's talk about if you get paid every 2 weeks. No problem. Let's say you get paid on the 1st and 15th of every month. Well, when that paycheck comes in on the 1st, I would say give it a day to get in there. I would have the pay come into the holding account the first day of the month, and then on the second day, I would have it transfer into my other accounts. Don't worry if you don't know. We'll talk about that later. And whatever bills are due before the 15th, only transfer that amount into your other accounts. So whatever your monthly fixed bills are, or we'll talk about irregular expenses, whatever number that adds up to, and whatever it takes for you to have your everyday expenses, your food, your gas, you will set that up to transfer on the 2nd, let's say, into the other accounts. And only that amount. If there's some left over in your budget, it'll sit in the holding account. So what have we done? We have actually done a budget one time, right? And that money comes into our other accounts, and we're already taking control of our finances. Now, does that feel good? So what happens on the 15th? On the 15th, your salary comes into the holding account, and then on the 16th, we have it transfer into the other accounts, and just enough to cover the expenses from the 16th through the end of the month. And both of those transfers will happen automatically. We'll set them up one time, and then we'll never worry about them again until something changes in our finances. Well, you may say, well, what if I have irregular income? So, you're talking about getting paid on the 1st and the 15th, and you're talking about people that have a set amount, right? Let's say they get paid $1,000 on the 1st and $1,000 on the 15th. Yeah, that works for them, but I get paid maybe $800 some weeks and, $1,200 the next. No problem there. No problem. You'll do your budget one time and decide how much it takes to run your home every month. In that first pay period, let's say it's $1,200. We'll take that into the holding account, and let's imagine that your expenses for the month are only $1,000, or for that portion of the month are $1,000. Well, you're only going to have $1,000 come out of your holding account and disperse. And then that next pay period, let's say it's $800, let's say it's a little less, but it still takes $1,000 to run your home finances. Well, no worries. You've got $200 left over still sitting in the holding account waiting on that month when you're a little bit short. That's how the process works. Now, be honest, right now, when you get paid that big check, you're spending it all, and then when you get paid the small check, you're scrambling. That's okay. That's what we're here to fix. That's what we're here to work through. Now, it's very important to note that the holding account can be a savings account. Why? Because it has no debit card access. Why is that important? We want the money in the holding account to be there when we need it. So we don't want to have accidentally spent that on a late night craving or that pair of fry boots that you just had to have. I don't know. I heard my wife say fry boots one time, so I'll keep throwing it out there. We want to make sure that you never debit card spend yourself into a hole. And the holding account does that. The holding account does not allow any debit card access, and that's the beauty of it. So the money is in there safe. If we want to get to that money, or if we need to get to that money for a true need, of course we can go into our bank account, transfer it to an account that has debit card access, but we can't make a mistake, or we can't not only make a mistake, we can't make an impulse decision that affects those dollars. I hope that helps you understand the holding account. Please comment below and I'll try to answer any questions I can. Thank you for joining us, and I can't wait to see you in chapter 3.